So I had not seen it for a couple of days, but Rashid Mazian has in fact he did talk a little bit about Caitlin Clark after the game on Saturday. Saturday, I think. I'm sorry, I'm losing track of days. I'm really losing track of days. There are so many things happening. But obviously we saw this happen on Saturday at the end. Caitlin Clark immediately going and trash talking Rashid Mazian. The shush was towards Mazian. The bye-bye was towards the coach of the Connecticut Sun, who obviously sent out Layla Khan to hack the shit out of Caitlin Clark for 40 minutes. So, or for 36 minutes, however much she played. And yes, obviously it was gone towards the coach. But let's take a listen to what he said after the game. Whether or not he pulled I couldn't even say like a Shara Reed, because there's been no coach that have gotten into a Caitlin other than like Noel Quinn. Was it Noel Quinn? Was she the Seattle Storm coach that got into it with Christy Sides and then they refused to answer questions about Caitlin after the game?
Boucher, I apologize if you were asked earlier, but can you speak to Lacan's defense on Caitlin Clark? Obviously, she seemed to rattle her a little bit, maybe get her a little frustrated. At times, got her, of course, some turnovers. What was your take on the way Layla played her?
I mean, she did what she has to do against one of the best players in the world. So to don't step back, don't give her space and time to shot, and she still scoring 25 points, but it wasn't like easy shot, not comfortable shot. I just think that sometimes she has to adjust a little bit her level of aggressiveness, so sometimes to accept to step back a little bit and just to play more, that's a good experience for her, playing against her. More she's going to play against a player like her, like this type of caliber, more she's going to learn how to be more effective. So I need to talk with her, but for me, she did a good job. She did a good job, and she stole some ball, and she was present, and but a good opportunity for her to grow and that's a good experience for her just to play against this kind of player.
That is as much of a compliment as you can give. It's basically she probably was a little bit too aggressive sometimes, and it's like you live with the setbacks. But she got cooked. Like, it was almost like a shrug of like, well, yeah. She played good defense. Caitlin still had 25 on tough shots. Tough. Like, it is. That's basically what he said, and he basically did as a coach version of the Haley Van Lith. Like, oh yeah, better aggressive defense. Like, I mean, Layla did well, but like, yeah, what do you think she can do? And obviously, look, Mazian has as a coach, he has put his game plans for Caitlin has been to be physical with her, rough her up, and to an extent where it's like we've seen Caitlin take more hard hits against Connecticut than any other team. That is a fact. And this is almost like I don't mean this in like a bad way. For the like Rashid Mazian not admitting defeat, but like basically coming out of a game where his player got cooked and saying, just shrugging and be like, well, yeah, it happens. It's like, well, yeah, she played good defense. Caitlin played better offense. He's now established himself as the softest coach in the W. The softest coach. But Garda shows how much respect they have for her in a game. Lacan didn't play defense. She and her coach, every other team knows you can grab and foul Caitlin. I mean, Lacan is a good defender. If you watch Lacan play in another game, she just hacked Caitlin. I'm going to be real. She just hacked Caitlin. It's realistically that's what happened. They sent out great post, didn't catch this, from Ken Swift. even after shushing him. At the end of the day, look, you would hope that a player shushing you is not going to cloud your, or whatever personal feelings a player has for you or personal feelings you have for a player, shouldn't cloud your judgment when it comes to talking about the sport. And too often we see in the WNBA, in the NBA, especially when it comes to, I've seen it a lot in English sports about the Premier League, where like people hold grudges and they use those grudges to give completely incorrect and awful basketball opinions. And I'm being real here. It's one of those things now where you're seeing a coach in Rashid Mazian who Caitlin despises. Like, there are coaches, I can guarantee you there are coaches Caitlin likes that will publicly talk shit about her. Rashid Mazian, Caitlin, you can tell Caitlin despises that man. She despises him. And look, Rashid Mazian as a coach, it's an interesting one because it turns out MMS might have coached that Belgian team. But if you watch his teams play, like, given the talent that he has had at his disposal, I feel like he's been an okay like, he's been a good tank commander. Like, he's been good at what he set out to do, as in be as competitive as possible while losing as many games as possible. Because, like, the Connecticut Sun rarely get blown out. They rarely ever get blown out. And that is one of those things now where I feel like it's like, he's done his job. He's done what he's been asked to do. And I feel like overall, like, that's kind of what you want, and you want out of him. And to see the way he's talking about Caitlin here is like, okay, yeah. Like, I don't think there's no way after getting shushed by a player that you're a fan of a player. There's absolutely no way if you're getting shushed by a player that you're a fan of said player. But at least he's not letting that cloud his judgment. And, you know, he could have very well, if he wanted to say anything negative about Caitlin Clark, he could have. But decided to use this, if nothing else, to defend his own player. He made sure as hell he was defending his own player here. And look, by defending his own player, you got to prop up Caitlin at the end of the day. But yeah, that's the video. See you guys.